Good day everyone, back with some more FGO in the New Year's event. Who's up for rolling for some grams, eh? Up here on the Buster account of course, and bit unfortunate that he's the bloody last one that they put on radar. So it's definitely a waiting game, but here we are. So let's see if we have any luck, shall we? Kind of hectic with events and such, having to juggle all these accounts on last couple of weeks. Had to grind larger events into new story events, sort of story event where they botched the raids, the initial set of raids. Weird time gates all around. Just rough. But yes, the next event that's coming up in FGO or Global will be the rerun of Case Files, so that'll be fun. Hephaestion will be new there, otherwise known as Faker. She's going to be permanent. She's actually a really good unit, but I'm not planning to roll for her, at least on this banner, since she is permanent and everything else being awkward. She's arts, of course. She's a single target arts pretender. Speaking of arts, who also counter classes casters as well, so she's both a pretender and a rider, sort of. It's an assassin, wrong flavour. But before that event begins, hopefully I'll be able to pop back over to Dragon's Dogma and finish out our Sorcerer run. I believe we just had Bitter Black left. The archive's been interesting as well because we had the sort of beta for the Grand Assault raids, and then that led into the newest raid boss that we've gotten in Global, which is Gregorius, who it's kind of a lot of mixed feelings from the player base from him as far as I can tell, because he's, to my knowledge, the only raid boss where it's like, oh, if you want to compete, the only one that actually seems like, okay, maybe he's a bit pay to win, unlike all the others, because he needs to compete at the top of torment level raids. for score chasing and all that. You really need very specific students, all of which were basically brand new and back to back in the weeks leading up to his release. So that being said, you can pretty easily clear extreme difficulty, so the third highest difficulty, completely free to play, with actually 3 students. Basically you can use your Yuka, because everybody has Yuka, use Saya. Now not everyone has Saya, which is a bit of a thing, but she probably can be replaced by somebody else. She is. No, she's farmable though, so should be able to get her. And then just borrow a maid's super kitted out Nagisa, and Nagisa solos it essentially. You just have to. There's a very specific timing and targeting you have to do, but once you get that memorized, it's easy as every time, for extreme at least. To my knowledge, you can't do you can't get away with anything like that and insane, but so there's a bit of an adventure. Not least of which is because for some reason red is my worst color overall team-wise. Like blue, which is usually the one that people have issue with early on, and then normally red and yellow you're in pretty good shape, but in my case red's my weakest for some reason. These rolls are not going spectacularly. That's what I'd say if it was more than 2 multis I just did. Segue into that. Seeing lots of comments. I spent 240 St. Quartz and I didn't get Tama Dark, Korean Dark. It's like, well, you lacked about 100 there to have hit the average amount. But I don't know, at least that's better than, oh, I spent 90 quartz and didn't get anything, I suppose. But still. Lots of casters all of a sudden. I did do GSS armor, man, although probably should have just waited because the next crops of GSS are much better because the categories, just the amount of servants in each of them are just a lot fewer. But I gave it a shot because I thought, well, if I could luck out and snag over him here, I'll have to roll for it. Because I'm obligated to roll for him now that I have medicine. So that's fun. Unfortunately, I did not get him, but I did have the silly. So this is 2 GSSRs. This has happened where I get 2 from the list instead of just the guaranteed 1. In this case, I got Summer Abbey, of course, which was the worst one to get, and then I got the second copy of Bunny Toria. So now she's MP2, which she bloody well needs because her MP damage is pretty goodbye. That being said, her crits hit like a bloody truck, so there's that. Who is this going to be? Ah, of course. I actually just got another. So I did GSS on my main, and then I did one multi on Shisho's banner, Skaha's banner. And I got my second copy of Skaha, and I also got a Storfo, so it was weird. I didn't stream any of that because it really would have been like a 10-minute stream, not really anything worth doing. So, and I couldn't wait till now because Skaha wouldn't have been. She's not on raid up anymore. She was the first one to come up raid up. Was Gramps the Lost? Or Storfo, wrong account, mate. I think there's like my third copy on my main too. Third or fourth? I can't remember. Goofy craft essences. Three in a row. Did I hear four? That's not that. Oh, that's my first copy of that on here. Maybe, when is the last? This one rolled for Mao and Oru. That wasn't too long ago. That was surely in the game by then. Yeah, it had to be. Just one of those funky luck things. I'm sure I'm getting a lot of craft essences. It's one of those days, I guess. Lots of casters too. Respect the bonus. More casters. Fix it wrong. I haven't even leveled the one. I don't think I've leveled him on this account yet. Should probably get to doing that eventually. Of course, right now I'm staying on my caster stuff for Maryland here in a couple of months, probably March. But yeah, he pops up again for White Day for some reason. Get over the Zet. Switch to standard multis instead of singles. Yeah. Caster train continues. Another Vicky Bron. Okay, mate, I see you. Hold your horses. Maryland takes. Come on, it's Maryland. Gotta relax, mate. Come. Speaking of, I do hope we can get some. I do hope we can get a couple copies of him soon, because I really would like to save some decent quartz up for getting Maryland. But I suppose we'll see. that gets removed pretty soon, I believe. Ooh, gold saber. I don't know what MP level he is in this account, because I have quite a few copies of him on my main as well. It could be difficult to keep track of what the MP levels are for both of them. I think he's pretty high on both now though. It really is unusual seeing I feel like it's quite uncommon for me to get just, oh here it is, and then boom, it's just already gold, instead of flashing and turning gold or sparking gold or rainbow. I feel like those occur much more often. Back-to-back riders. Certainly a cavalry class kind of day, it seems. Well, I guess we did just get Siegfried. Siegfried, I think he... Is there still a buff that he got in JP that hasn't arrived here yet? Last I recall, they buffed him to the point where he's actually quite good now. Unless I'm getting him mistaken with somebody else. Oh no. Back to the casters. Huh. I thought she was story locked. Is she not story locked? What MP type even is she? Arts, that's what I thought. Wow. Some rare prisms. Well, there's a 20% chance we just got of the miss there. Oh dear, oh dear. This year's not starting well for us. Quite worrisome. Hey, you finally got a copy of that. It's actually a decent crop distance, especially for Buster. An angry cat. Just shuffle her over to the quick account. Can we ask Gramps, please? No. Ah, nursery rhyme. Well, that's my first nursery rhyme on this account. Getting lots of rare prisms today. Nom nom nom. Not even certain I have anything left to spend them on. Come to think of it. Okay, and you can always tell the year 1 servers where they gave one summon line. Seen an I's storylines, for sure. I knew that. I guess Ganesh isn't. Huh. Can we ask Gramps? What is an assassin? Okay. There's one. His third A-bend is worthless, so we don't have to pull our hair out trying to get him like MP4 or something. If I can get MP2 of him, be pretty peachy keen. For now, we can always try to snipe another copy in the future, every now and then. Because again, we do want to save some courts for Maryland if at all possible. It would be nice if we could get some more of the 5-star crop distance though. But it seems to be wanting to be a wee bit stingy.
さらした我に名はない呼びやすい名で呼ぶがよい
So even Gramps has a fairly short introduction. We've got a lot of Medeas. Getting lots of those. Go with craft distances. Quite a few craft distances in general. Oh, Cope Scope. That's the first one on this account. Interesting. Of course, it also goes legitimately okay on supports. Well, certain supports. They actually have MPs that you might want to use. Castro, Toria, Maryland. Veach. Well. She does. I think she gives a defense down, and she also refunds some MP to everyone. So I guess I could see maybe some use out of that one. Of course, regular Tomomo. Her MP is quite good. Heal and cooldown reduction, and the MP battery. Oh yeah, I mentioned Desert earlier. I do not think my quick account's going to have much of a chance of rolling for her, unfortunately. I just don't think there's just not enough time to okay, I think it's a third copy of that, so we just need 2 more. I actually do need another good Buster craft distance to go with aerial drive. So right now we have like aerial drive, and we have the 3-legged grudge match. three-legged race. Whichever one it is. The Guts Grottisms. Plus the quick account's the one that could really use something new. Unfortunately, I can't think of any decent quick Cs coming up anytime soon. Okay, we're starting to get the silver assassins. Let's get a little rainbow spark going. How about it? Another Ganesh spook. Still a bit puzzled because I could have sworn she was storylined. I actually thought that was going to turn gold. It looked translucent to me, but maybe the emulator was glitching out on me a bit. Has been doing that with some cases, like little black spots or black boxes appearing every now and then. I wonder if that's showing up on screen when it does that. Not spectacular roll wise. There's Oscar, just wrong account left. I think I still need copies of you on the arts account. Actually, maybe the main's the one that needs it. Really getting a lot of these all of a sudden. Huh. I was about to say, you know, a 3-star Grottisms that I feel like I haven't seen in a while is Leyline. Maybe that was removed. I don't think so. Watch me roll a copy of it here and just not even notice because I zoned out. And put it past me. Distances for days. I forget what that one even does. Is that the one that's like a rainbow up? Okay, we just need one more of those. That's not so bad. Our second copy of Graps would come along. Yeah, it's a rainbow up. Oh, and a minor defense up. That one's still in the game, but they removed the 4-star got the email one that was pretty like a 20% defense up, which is actually pretty useful on tanky supports like Mash or George. And they removed that and replaced it with something just worse. That's starting to happen a little more often than I would like, to be quite honest. Although remove something and then replace it with something that's just worse. It'd be different if they were removing things that were already pretty worthless. Then it wouldn't matter as much. But when you start removing the things that are useful, and then replace it with something that's less so, you're just making the issue with the extremely bloated craft essence pool even worse. Come on, grounds. That's Buster. Oh, that's... Huh. Maybe those did get added after we... No, I don't think... Those were definitely in the game before we rolled the Marino route. They had to have been. If I can remember when they were added. Was it anniversary? Anniversary, which would have been before, of course. Yeah, they had to have been. Oh, and never bloody see him. He's so useful too. When you're starting out and you're trying to figure out looping a wee bit, or rather it used to be useful, I suppose. Now just a single Castratoria pretty much carries you for the most part. Especially this coming anniversary when Juhu gets added, and because she can essentially replace having your own Castratorian when it comes to just looping. Because she gives arts up and MP gain up and the like. Now obviously she doesn't provide the protections that Castratoria does, so she doesn't replace her in, say, challenge quests and boss fights. But for farming purposes, good to go. Really good. Where are the Davids? This is the Buster can after all. Poor David never gets any love. What a tremendous missed opportunity of not having him interact with Solomon during Arc 1. Which is a horridly missed opportunity. Of course, then they threw that interlude after the fact to try to make up for it a bit, but it just wasn't enough. That's new. Clearly. Maybe the point I can't even remember what he does. It's a 3-star craft essence, so likely not anything particularly useful, unfortunately. That's the big one when people make accounts and they do challenges of the 1 to 3 star challenges. The big challenge is not necessarily okay. We've got that. So now Gramps, please come on. It's not necessarily the 1 to 3 star servants themselves, although in certain situations, yes, that is an issue because there are holes in that roster that I've ranted over multiple times, such as single target caster, a quick support, things like that. But they're still mostly arcade. They can still handle most of the content in the game pretty handily, unless you also restrict the craft essences to being 1 to 3 stars, which is what Honoco Green often does. That's basically his tiers. If it's just not doable like that, he'll say, okay, I'll just use whatever craft essences, but stick to 1 to 3 star servants. Because craft essences really make a difference, as it turns out. That's why you have some that even do 1 to 2 star challenges and can do a lot of surprising fights, but they, at least the ones I've seen, don't restrict their craft essence usage, which is the only way they're able to do such things. Come on, Gramps. David? No. I actually am uncertain what my David's coin situation looks like. I'm betting not spectacular. Boudica. Pretty sure we got her doing our first 10 rolls. Well, 11 rolls. It would be apropos if Gramps came along and this was our last. It would have been funny if it was another Boudica. Okay, this Fergus got in his path. Or is that still yet to come? Main account would be the only one that I would have done it on to this point. So I have to check this. What's this going to be? Well, look at you. About time you showed up on this account. This is the account you bloody belong on. Very eloquent, this Heracles. We'll have to bust out the patented hyper skip. That'll get it. Old Gramps will show up in no time doing that. Skipping's how people get in trouble and spend way too many side courts than they planned on. Well, it's an assassin, just the worst one in the game. Worst servant in the game. I'm forced to mention it every time, but it truly is a spectacular accomplishment to have the worst servant in the game and then buff the worst servant in the game and somehow make him worse. Truly incredible. Absolutely spectacular. Okay, Gramps, I'm gonna need you to come along pretty soon, or I'm starting to get quite concerned for our Maryland rolls. So if you could mosey on through the portal here, would be much appreciated. We have cookies. We haven't cleared the cache in way too long. There's another one of those. I actually got a copy of Robin Hood and still know David. It's strange how consistently certain servants can be so rare for me to roll across so many accounts. And something like Boudica can be so bloody common. Perhaps I should do a little hyper skip. It's not really a hyper skip, but it's a partial skip. Who is she? So many riders. I think I will check on Hyder just trolling us at this point. That's getting removed before long as well. Wow. Yeah, let's hyper skip. Didn't work. See, here's an example. What they removed, it didn't have the starting charge, but it was a boosted MP gain number. So you could really argue that this is worse. It's situational, but it's certainly not an outright upgrade. We'll put it that way. Grabs, come on. Ah. Well, more rare prisons. This has definitely been quite rough in the luck department. Between getting spooked, that for one, we've had very few 5-star craft instances, so there's one bit of bad luck. But another is we got spooked, so we missed the 80% chance of getting the on radar servant. So there's an 80% miss, and then it's not super bad luck, but it is on the bad luck side. Naturally, getting a 5-star spook is quite poor luck, because again it is 80%, so right now we just have to hope if luck holds. Okay, is this it? Oh, thank goodness. Okay. We should be able to... I just bit myself. Oh no. Ash Lancelot. No one likes you. Well, we should be able to get up to at least, counting tickets, 340 quartz by the time Maryland comes around, so with average luck we should be able to get a copy of it. Oh, I may be bleeding. Oh no. Oh dear.
やあ、いらっしゃいだね、マスター君。そろそろクエストに戻る？
And B3, okay. I think he's 4 on my main. Don't believe I have anyone else. Gold wise, who needs it. Seems not.
我ながらいい調整だ。惚れ惚れし。申請。時間は戻らないものだ。最終確認はしっかりしたかい？
Let's clear this out a bit. I did go to David, so I completely missed that.
まだ見ていく？うんうん。私も張り合いがあるってものさ。
Okay. We'll be doing here at level 1. Naturally. These two stay. Well, this is welfare. This one sort of is as well, much since I'm getting rid of her. I think that's all of them.
Yeah.
I suppose that would be helpful. So it's 10% buster up, 50% starting charge, and star bomb. So pretty good, pretty good. Star bombs are not terrible, especially with buster. Okay, let's. I don't think I got any of this. No. get you. You're just quick, but that may have already been removed at this point. I don't think this is worth keep. Really isn't. So this is. Naturally, this seems because that is Buster. Alright. I think that wraps that up. Shame we couldn't get another copy of that, but it happens.
そろそろ
Okay, Gramps, where are you? Let's get you leveled and then go wash my meth out with salt water. Oh, bugger. Okay. So we need 10. I suppose. $350, so that's 7. Just grab that from here.
おや何マナプリズムと交換
Also, that would.
用意した甲
Never
斐があ
mind.
ったなまだ見ていく
Guess I'll have to. Which forest was it? Never mind.
いや
我ハサン我ハサンの中のハサンなり
I've actually neglected to check out his mats. Right.
屍を築き塔を建てるがごとし
Oh no, am I going to be in the bone zone? QP isn't spectacular either.
我
Let's help them. Saves a bit.
未だ成長期なり
Definitely a wordy one, isn't it? This is awkward. Not so bad. Next New Year, on this account, so Korean Dark is going to be rated up with Fujino as the 4-star, and I feel like it's a good opportunity to finally get Fujino because she's another that's got the exact playstyle that I really love. It's either this account or the main account rather. That now the main account has one copy of her, of course, but the issue is the main account wants to roll for Kukulkan and Teal'c, which is like a couple weeks after Bad Banner, so can't really justify rolling for Korean Dark / Fujino. Of course, Fujino is the target. Korean Dark is not spectacular, strangely enough. He has a couple rank ups. We'll go right on those. Off stream, probably. Well, you don't want to watch me fight cannon fodder enemies. Okay, we'll grail him eventually, but for now, I need to be a bit conservative with my QP because I need to level his skills, and then interesting. Hold on, let me check something. Okay, his second buff comes next year. Oh, I had that pulled up. I could have checked. Skill mats. I am going to be in the bone zone. Oh dear. Maybe in the stinger zone as well. We'll just have to see. I think I'm okay chain wise. Maybe. And thus the Byron Zone begins. Oh yeah, this is bad. We are good with stingers, as it turns out. So it's just the Byrons is the issue. Do I even... which one do I... I think we'll do this one first. Trying to remember how many pure prisms I have. Not many, fortunately, but I think we'll be okay. Because the bones will be one pure prism apiece. And that'll be enough for the one skill. I need to start farming QP daily for a while. Pump those numbers back up in time for Maryland. Okay. So we need 3 plus 29, we need 32.
そろそろクエストに戻る？おや、何か物入りアイテム交換だね。いいよ、
okay.
そういうのも嫌いじゃないし。Yeah.
I believe this was correct. Yeah. You little beauty, look at you. Wow. Okay, that's done. Need to work on the Liz's every now and then, maybe. Or not. Can we think of it? How are we doing? Not bad, not bad. Honestly, this is the account that I was the most iffy on. Just because it seemed like a lot of... it seemed like either like my main account had already covered the majority of the Buster type servants that I really like, and then of course the Art account, Quick account have covered the others. So I was concerned about if there was enough left over to really justify the Buster quote-unquote account. But we've got Super KNS here, because she's MP5. Well, she was like MP7 or something. Of course I need to finish maxing those two out. We have the Norus, we have Aokiton, we have Enkidu, Musashi, Altera, Roma, Elia, and our Gramps, and my dear Shrine Maiden Goddess here. I haven't used nearly as much as I should have been, honestly. Now if we can add like Fujino to that, Tiamat. What else? Well, I can just go here and look. Okay, Musashi. I'll probably try to get Oberon on this account as well, just because he is a Buster support. Oh wow, I guess it's Musashi and Fujino Tiamat at this point. That's what this account has left to look forward to. Of course, there may be some others that pop up and I'm like, yeah, I'll take a swing at that. I actually need to come up with an AoE archer. Since I have Ishtar on my main, well, the next best AoE Buster archer would be Gilgamesh. I believe. I don't think there are any others that are better than him. And I do think Ishtar is ever so slightly better than him. And it pretty much purely comes down to she has a 50% battery, whereas his is 30%. That and she has, well, a potential invuln, an invuln PS on her battery, which has come in handy for me a few times. Let me guess, yeah, Bones. There's where a lot of my Bones went when I was leveling his skills. Some nasty things. Okay, aerial time. This is Buster Quick Hybrid. To do these. It's Buster Quick Hybrid. It's not terrible, but I mean, look at this. You got 10% Buster up, 10% MP strength up, starting gauge as well. So that's multiplicative buff right there, on top of the 50% starting gauge. I mean, it's hard to beat that. And of course, this is the best of the Guts crop distances because 20% MP strength is pretty stout, plus pure attack. This is another Guts one, I believe. Yeah, but it's Buster critical strength, so this one's not terrible, depending on team comp. I would lean towards just this one as the best overall though. Then of course this one's Buster and MP strength. Pretty high multipliers to pure attack. Not bad either. This one is incomplete, but it's still 50% starting gauge as is. And it's another Buster crit one. This is hybrid stats, unfortunately, otherwise it's a good MP strength. With starting gauge, I believe Drunken Jolter, which recently got added permanently to the shop in JP, I believe it's just a better version of this because it's pure attack. I think it focuses on MP strength. What's this one do? This one's, oh yeah, this is anti-demonic, so this can be good for anything. It is mixed stats, but 30% damage is pretty substantial. So this is good for anything really. That's because demonic is quite common. I think this is sure hit, isn't it? Yeah. Sure hit, crit strength, decent generic craft distance. Here's another good buster one, because I think this is, yeah, MP strength and buster crit. So that's not bad at all. And here's that. It's a double crit strength up, 35% up for your buster crits, plus it gens 4 extra stars a turn for you, and it's pure attack. This is hybrid, unfortunately. Otherwise, it's another crit strength up one. Reminder that if you're in dire need of inborn PS, this is in the rare prism shop, and you would not be remiss in grabbing it. It's pure attack, inborn PS, starting MP gauge. You don't even need all 5 copies thanks to A pins, because if you get your second A pin maxed out, then it's 50% starting anyway, even on MLB. Naturally, this is one of the best protesters in the game, it and K-Scope. Speaking of K-Scope, it's right there. I didn't point it out earlier. This is pretty good to slap on Maryland, because between hits, just MP regen per turn, and then his own passive that also gives him MP gen per turn. And then when he MPs and then he starts getting even more, you can really start getting his MPs off pretty quickly. Talbo actually pretty decent on it as well. Just depends on whether you need the MP immediately or it's a more longer term fight. This one's really good. It's pure attack, MP gain, and HP recovery. This is outstanding on very specific servers. So it is niche, but when it hits the niche, it is really good. Varghese herself it works really well on. Of course, if you want your super healing, this can be handy in certain situations. For example, during the event that just passed, the Tunguska stuff, you could slap this on Tomomo. Not Cat Tomomo, but Caster Tomomo, and she could solo the final boss pretty easily with it. Of course, this is handy because it's just MLB is 20% defense up, which is that's just good stuff on defensive on your tanky when you need to tank. So slap it on George, slap it on Mash, and then of course if the enemy is male, this one's just a better version of it in that case because it's 30% special defense. I think this is still in the game. I don't think they've removed it, but they have unfortunately removed this one. Or if they haven't yet, and I've just been getting super unlucky, then they will soon itch. I'm holding off on MLBing this because I believe this is whatever event it's from is going to rerun. I forget which. Did I for this one, I believe, and this one. Not sure why I'm going over all this. And this one, of course, this is the... Wait, is that one going to rerun? No, that's not going to rerun. I should probably MLB that. I will, all these years. Actually, I just noticed this, so I'll go ahead and do that after all. Okay, 5-star. Let's clear up some of this clutter. I'll keep those because that event does rerun. This was for a lot of things. I don't know. Ah, this one's the one. This one's from the crossover with Fate. It's the one we get a East from. The name is escaping me for the moment for some bloody reason. And this growth distance is not spectacularly useful on this account because it's for quick and this is the Buster account. It's partially why I hadn't been hitting MLB yet, but alright, I think that's enough for now. Unless I want to hop in here and yeah, do some of this. Not bad. We take those. Just about have 2 bombs ready. Thanks to that. It's not like there's an event to farm stuff on. I probably should keep those. So do that. I'll finish off this bomb and then quit. I think I've dragged this stream out long enough. I have 2 bombs waiting. I'm just not sure what craft essence that I want to level with it. Like if I just pump more into that one or something else. Alright, that's been this rolling session. Pretty standard luck at the end of the day, based on how much we did roll. It would have been nice to get a little more. It would have been nice to not have had the bad luck with Ganesh spooking, so we could have gotten MP2 grams a lot quicker. So I feel I'm more comfortable about getting Merlin, but them's the breaks, it happens. So next go around we'll we already got a roll back right there. Next go around we'll we'll be back on Dragon's Dogma, try to finish out the sorcerer playthrough. So I reckon that'll just about do it, so hope you enjoyed. See you next time.